All right, so we got breaking news. OTF Doodie Low shot and robbed in Atlanta. Now, from what I'm hearing, he's in stable condition, but he has been shot and robbed in Atlanta. Let's get into this reaction. It seemed like OTF just can't win. They've been catching L's left and right. You hear
On
me?
May 13th, 2025, Fox News Atlanta reported on a 33-year-old man being shot at 2423 Martin Luther King Drive, Northwest Atlanta at around 9:25 p.m. Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, man. So they saying Doodie Low got shot. Man, this is what's going on social media.
It's crazy.
Everybody is basically, talking about the fact that there's a report or rumors out there that Doodie Low, which is one of the main and remaining members of OTF, was shot in Atlanta. Now, we know a lot of the OTF members live in the Atlanta area. Lil Durk was in Atlanta. A lot of those guys moved from Chicago to Atlanta to kind of survive. And Doodie Low is an interesting figure because he's an actual artist on OTF, man. He was signed under Lil Durk, very visible out there carrying the torch for OTF since Lil Durk's been locked up. One of the main people who hasn't turned their back or anything on Lil Durk. And it looks like he might have ran into a situation down there in Atlanta, man. So it's a lot of different platforms who are reporting this, but there isn't much official news about this shooting online. I'll say that up front. But what's going on according to the rumors we can get into, man. So let's check out this story. But before we do, make sure you hit that like button and, man, let's get it. All right, so let's check out this online news story where they say, who is Doodie Low? Rapper rumored to be shot during a robbery in Atlanta. Now, it's not odd for somebody to get robbed in Atlanta. You know, Atlanta is one of those places that's known now less for the partying and more for the scamming, more for the being overcrowded, and more for the gun violence, man. More for the robberies and people shooting and all sorts of ills, man. Atlanta just is gone downhill in some ways, but man, I still like Atlanta. So don't get me to tripping, man. I haven't turned my back on Atlanta at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when it comes to cities that you want to visit, Atlanta really ain't on the top of the list anymore. And that list is starting to change, man. It looks like Houston's number one, and Houston's kind of what Atlanta used to be or wishes it would be. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different environment. But regardless of that, Atlanta got a lot of trapping going on and a lot of street activity going on. And, if you got money, you can live a nice life there. And being an artist is an ideal hub because that way you can go ahead and mingle with other artists. You can get good features. Artists are always through there working with the hottest producers. It's still a good mecca for music and entertainment. I ain't gonna lie. It's like the mecca for music and entertainment. So no wonder Doodie Low and a lot of OTF guys are down there in Atlanta. I know ex-OTF members like Mimo 600, he's in Atlanta. A lot of people like that are in Atlanta, man. And I think that's for good reasons. But I'm pretty sure for Doodie Low, he didn't think he'd be running into the same problem in Atlanta that he was trying to avoid in the Chicago area. All right, so let's start off by talking about who is Doodie Low. So as I mentioned before, Doodie Low is a member of the rap collective OTF. Now, Doodie Low, whose real name is David Salisbury, was born in Kankakee, Illinois in 1991. Not much is known about the rapper's early life. On a professional front, he is signed to Lil Durk's Only the Family Collective and has released 2 studio albums, Big Doodie Low in 2021 and What Made Me in 2024. And like I said, he's been one of the verbal supporters of Lil Durk through all this. Even though there was rumors that maybe Doodie Low might be trying to get himself a different deal, he's so attached to OTF and Lil Durk that I don't know what he could do outside of that. You know what I mean? But we'll see how this goes with the Lil Durk case and if he's still going to stand, 10 toes with him, which I'm expecting him to do. But the fact that, he's starting to get shine for this is, I don't know. He just dropped a song with Rio the OG like maybe 3 months ago, which did fairly good on social media. Like the video, I think, has over 1.4 million views on YouTube. But outside of that, he's still under that OTF shadow. You know what I mean? Now that we got an understanding of who Doodie Low is, let's talk about this report. So unconfirmed reports of Doodie Low possibly being robbed and shot in Northwest Atlanta recently circulated on social media. On May 13th, 2025, Fox News Atlanta reported on a 33-year-old man being shot at 2423 Martin Luther King Drive, Northwest Atlanta, at around 9:25 p.m., sustaining a gunshot wound to his leg. Now, that's wild, man. Now, I hate to go there, but any MLK is usually a tough neighborhood to be in, man. It's usually a tough spot. So I wonder what Doodie Low was doing.
What is that, chat? How come in every hood, MLK is always a bad spot to be at? He's supposed to be stop the violence. You know, it's Martin Luther King. But if you around anything MLK, I know even like if your school is named MLK, Martin Luther King something, the school is shot out. Why is that? It's crazy.
Out there, because there are cities where the MLK isn't bad, even though that's always been a perception, and that's, you know, and it's proven true in a lot of circumstances. But there are cities where it isn't that bad on parts of MLK, or it's real nice. You know what I mean? But in Atlanta, I don't think so. So I don't know what in the world was going on with Doodie Low. Now, at 9:25 p.m., he could have been doing anything, man. Probably prepping for a night out or anything. But according to this, the reports were that a 33-year-old man, which matches up with the age of Doodie Low, got shot on MLK in Northwest Atlanta. So we'll see how much this proves to be true. And there hasn't been any mention or anything said by Doodie Low or his camp yet. Now, this is more according to the news report about the shooting. The man was alert, conscious, and breathing when transported to a hospital for further treatment. The police have not released the victim's identity as of this article. However, unconfirmed reports in other publications and social media posts claim the victim was Doodie Low, a Kankakee-based rapper who is part of Lil Durk's Only the Family collective. The incident was reported by media personality DJ Academics via his X account at Academics TV. So it's looking like whoever was shot in this situation, if it was Doodie Low, they were alert and they were conscious and breathing. But, you know, getting shot is getting shot. That ain't easy for nobody. And I hate, man, people always think that, yo, you get shot in the leg, the arm, or whatever, that you...
No, getting shot is getting shot. Like that ain't nothing to play with. You can die from just a simple wound. What was his name that played for the Washington Redskins? Taylor. He got shot in the leg, hit an artery, and died. You get what I'm saying? But he probably don't want this to get out because it sounds like he got shot and robbed. Better yet, it sounds like maybe he ain't want to give it up and then he gave him a leg shot and still robbed him. Or maybe they just walked up and gave him a leg shot and robbed him. It ain't really cool because he's trying to come out as a rapper and you just got robbed. Yeah, you could say he got shot, but you can also just say, no, he got robbed. He got robbed in Atlanta. He got robbed on MLK Boulevard or Drive or whatever it's called. It'd be MLK Boulevard, Drive, Parkway. All of them ain't never no good, man. Why is it like that? It's crazy. But yeah, so Doodie Low, he's supposed to be he just sent a tweet out to Lil Durk, yo, I'm gonna carry the torch for OTF. The next day he got shot. They say you gonna carry the torch where? And it seemed like no matter what with OTF, for the last few days, OTF, O Block, all them dudes, they about to be extinct. We about to start talking about O Block like they prehistoric or something. Like, yo, like these dudes is dropping left and right. Lil Durk locked up. There was an indictment. Everybody got locked up. 2 members just got smoked. Two of the last 2 prominent members. Now we got Doodie Low getting, like, it's just like, sometimes I feel like they cursed or something like that. I don't know if they cursed or what, but it's almost like it's time for them to be off the earth or something like that. They almost going extinct. So drop it in the comments what y'all think about this. Doodie Low shot in the leg. He don't want to talk about it. It's being reported. Everybody reporting on it. It's you, Doodie Low. So we just want to know that he good. You know, you breathing, everything nice. But he probably don't want to speak on it because at the same time, you just got robbed. And at the same time, just yesterday, you were saying you about to carry the torch for OTF. And then today you got robbed and they shot you in the leg. All right. So y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. It's saying that he is stable. He's fine. But Doodie Low shot and robbed in Atlanta on MLK Boulevard. They always doing something to the black man on MLK Boulevard. All right. So it's your boy, What's Up, Jay? If ain't nobody told Jay, love y'all. I love y'all. I'm out, y'all. Crazy.